Hello everyone, welcome to my forecast presentation for aviation weather 4:30 aviation weather. My name is Grayson Stanton. Let's jump right into it. Okay, jumping right into the weather observation. This is the current weather in my area where I live. We have an overcast around 10,000 feet, it looks like. Came to that conclusion because I know that Richmond International isn't too far from where I live, and a lot of commercial airliners fly over where I live on approach into Richmond, and the Class C airspace it tops out around at 4,200, and the airplanes are flying well below the clouds. The temperature outside, it is winter here, so the temperatures are around between 30 to 40 degrees, and there's a little bit of winds, but nothing too crazy. So here are the current METARs for Tri-Cities Executive. This is the airport that's pretty close to where I live. I pulled one METAR from ForeFlight and the other from aviationweather.gov. Um, so just looking at the METARs, the winds are out of the southwest from 220 at 6 knots with 10 statute miles of visibility. The clouds are clear below 12,000. Temperature is 39, and our dew point is 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So, what does the temperature and the dew point tell us? So, typically, a larger dew point indicates that like the air is um, relatively dry, and that as the temperature is higher than the dew point, that means that the air is not close to saturation, and the relative humidity um, is lower. So, like in this case, we have a dew point spread of 14 degrees Fahrenheit, which suggests that since the air is dry, the likelihood of things like fog or precipitation is low, which is good for like pilots. So, looking at the synopsis chart, everything looks great for us in the Richmond area. We do have a bit of snow and rain mixture to the south of us in North Carolina, but that shouldn't play a factor since we plan on flying north to New Jersey. Regarding the cloud coverage, as you can see, we have the cloud coverage from our airport here in Virginia all the way to an airport in New Jersey. Um, for the most part, the cloud coverage is pretty good. We do have VFR conditions in our area, which means we do have the required visibility and cloud clearances. We do have some overcast and some broken and some scattered clouds throughout our departure area. So we just have to make a mental note of that and just make sure we maintain our VFR minimums. Okay, so looking at the winds for our departure airport, the freezing level is around 3,000 feet. So since we plan on cruising altitude around 6,000, the most crucial thing is for us to carefully monitor like the weather conditions and just avoid areas with moisture, clouds, excuse me, and precipitation to just prevent ice accumulation on the aircraft. Now, our aircraft that we do plan on flying is equipped with de-icing equipment. We do have the inflatable boots that expand on the leading edge of the wings, and we do have our PDOT heat if we need to use it. So before we get to our go or no go decision, I want to talk about advancing aviation weather technology. I do think improving aviation weather technology with things like artificial intelligence would help pilots in predicting weather conditions more accurately. Uh, uh, Artificial intelligence could help speed up data processing, enhance our ability to recognize weather patterns, allow for real time updates, and might be able to provide better predictions of turbulence, which, like, in turn, would help pilots be able to make a more accurate go or no go decision. Now, with that being said, however, there are some things that we do need to consider. And to me, the number one thing is being too reliant on this new technology. I do think that's where we might start to fall, just because I know some pilots might start to get too reliant on this technology and really just forget the basics of aviate, navigate, and communicate. But I do think that um, uh, artificial intelligence could be a big help to pilots, um, as long as we can remember our priorities of flying and not being too reliant on this technology. So, just based off of all the information and the weather that we just went over, I would say that I would definitely go flying in this. We would just have to be aware of some things like the freezing level and the winds around our cruising altitude, because it might be a little windy. Um, One way we might be able to handle that situation is just by flying at a lower altitude, probably around 4,000 instead of 6,000, so that we can get to our destination safely. But again, like we said, like our aircraft is equipped with those, excuse me, is equipped with those de-icing equipments. So if we absolutely need to fly at the freezing level, we are capable. But I prefer to try to stay out of icing conditions, just so I'm not putting myself in a situation that I can't find myself out of. So yes, this is a go flight for me. Um, Thank you, everyone, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.